there are certain dining experiences that are deep-rooted in tradition. Take the bagel. Now, we can sit here and we can argue the better bagel, New York, Montreal. I'm a Montreal kind of gal, but what we can't argue, it's different people, we can argue about that later. But what we cannot argue about is the bagel eating experience. Often uncomfortable, crowded, been like this for generations, and we don't really mind it because it's tradition. Same could be said about fine dining, although the opposite end of the spectrum. Fine dining for years has been marked by white linens and drawn-out tasting menus and candelabras. But the problem with fine dining that's different than the bagel experience is that it's very much out of touch with the way we want to dine today as we move more and more to casual experiences. And that was probably marked most notably in January when, per se, the finest of fine dining establishments was demoted from 4 stars to 2 stars by Pete Wells in the New York Times. The sentiment was that people just don't want all that ceremony anymore. My question to you, do we not want all that ceremony, or do we just want that ceremony packaged and served differently? Better yet, what if that fine dining ceremony was applied to something completely different, like bagels? So the trend I'm going to be talking to you about today is the high-low dining trend. And the high-low dining trend reimagines traditional dining experiences. It takes a traditional style of dining and fuses it with the complete opposite. Opposite decor, opposite ambiance. And it's this juxtaposition of luxury and casual that has us reinventing an experience that was once familiar, new again. Now, this trend has been percolating for some time, but it's really coming to the forefront now. One of the early adopters of a high-low dining trend in recent years is a restaurant called Blanca. And Blanca is a restaurant in Brooklyn serving a luxurious 20-course tasting menu, Michelin-starred, that can probably be found in any Michelin-starred restaurant in Midtown. The thing is, Blanca's not in Midtown. Blanca is in a shed-like building behind a shipping container, in a backyard, in Bushwick, of all places. And it's really changing a new lens on luxury. A more recent example, a restaurant that opened in the fall of 2015, is Sadell's. And Sadell's is a bagel restaurant, but you're not waiting an hour for that bagel. No, you're making a reservation. You're eating lox on silver-teed stands. You're enjoying that bagel on a Le Creuset plate. I'm telling you, the bagel never looked so good. So what's driving the high-low dining trend? Well, you know, we're always going to want the new food. We're going to want the rainbow bagel. We're going to want the cricket, maybe, I don't know. But what we also crave is to be surprised and delighted by the reinvention of the old. You know, the high-low, the innovation comes in the experience, not the food. And for millennials, who we all know relish the experience, it's giving chefs and restaurateurs the tools that they need to kind of capture a new audience that's always looking for the next. A great way to see high-low being scaled out on a larger momentum is probably with the fast casual segment and the pairing of fast casual with wine programs. So now, if you're so inclined, you can pair your David Chang fried chicken sandwich with a really nice glass of Pinot Grigio, taking a fast experience and making it savored. There's a great quote that if you change the way you look at things, things you look at will change. Same with high-low. Change the way you experience food, and the food experience, maybe even that bagel, will change. High-low, taking the traditional into new realms, making it novel again. And as I said, it's providing the tools to capture that new customer, but maybe even more importantly, it's re-inspiring the old one. Thanks so much for your time today.